A little error there. Guess it. Okay, I was about to say, where the heck is this first? It's like, yeah, sorry about trying to kill your people, but just one more time. I was hoping it'd be funny if you did the sound, ah! Whenever they die on there. Head for Wave Ocean. It's funny because Sonic's story. What were you? You're either tired or you're just dead now. Hey, hey, there's a dead bat over here. Hey, hey. You're complaining about it. Hey, hey. She died. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? I was trying to think of a good joke here. Just the fact that this has happened. Oh, she's gonna reappear at some point, I'm sure. Unless she's permanently dead, in which will never come back. Whoa! I didn't mean for that to happen. Well, I guess she's gonna be back now. Well, at least I did the flamey flames. What is it about us, about being on YouTube and all that stuff, and on the internet, to just say the most dumbest things? Rouge, would you just quit dying? You're dying so much. Oh, Lord. Provide backup for E123 Omega. E123. I don't know. Oh. You know, it just occurred to me, I think Omega's been in more E10 rated Sonic games than in E rated Sonic games. Possibly. Actually, it may be evened out. Let's see. He appeared, in terms of the E-rated ones, his first appearance was in Sonic Heroes, that's E-rated. He appeared in Sonic Chronicles, he appeared in, I don't remember, he might have appeared in the, he might be in the, I'm not trying to think of the Mario and Sonic games, but if you're just talking in terms of Sonic games in general, so he's been in that, Sonic Chronicles, he's made some cameos in Sonic Generations in terms of well, he wasn't officially there. Essentially, not that it matters, but Omega seems like he's been in mostly E10 rated Sonic games and in E rated Sonic games. Because he's in Shadow the Hedgehog, he's in this game, he's in Sonic Forces. In terms of actually being a character, I guess you could say. Not just a cameo, but just actually, not a playable character, but just in terms of actually being in the story and stuff. He's been on like 4 different games, you know. I don't know, it's just something random I just thought about. Like, Shadow has been in more, as a character, has been in more E-rated games than E10 ones. But then again, Shadow started the E10 rated Sonic games, basically. Like, he was the first one to star in an E10 rated Sonic game, but it was Shadow the Hedgehog. This was the first E10 Sonic game, like actual Sonic game. In fact, it's called Sonic the Hedgehog. Even if they were planning on doing a reboot, I still don't think it should have been called Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, it does get annoying whenever, unless it's actually a legitimate reboot, like, legitimately, they're starting over the entire series, starting from scratch. I don't know, it just depends. Like, I don't think this should be called, this probably shouldn't have been called Sonic the Hedgehog. In general, whether it was finished or not, it would have been finished or not. It should have been like something else. And that's part of why people call it Sonic 06. It's because it was called Sonic the Hedgehog, but it came out in 2006 and not 1991. I was about to say 99, but okay, Omega. Okay, you get a little better now. For some reason I'm thinking that a girl talks for Omega in this game, maybe not. If they just roboticize their voice enough, but it's obviously a person who has a lighter voice than some of the other Sonic games that Omega's talked in. Seems like his voice was deeper in, well, he's considered a male, but it's, you know, it's a robot, genderless. But like, I don't know. This game, he definitely had a much lighter voice. I can't remember who talks for him, but then again, his voice actor keeps changing. Goes for Tails. But the reason Tails has had so many voice actors is because it was because they used to have kids talk for Tails, so they kept having to change it. But they eventually switched to females talking for him, but then those still changed. So Tails has had the most voice actors, and I think Eggman's had the least amount of voice actors, because Mike Pollock, starting in terms of the games, starting with Sonic, Sonic or Shadow the Hedgehog, he's been the voice of Eggman ever since. He's technically been at it for it'll be like 13 years this year, or not 13, 15 years this year. Because he's been talking for Eggman in general since 2003.
Welcome, Omega. It won't take much for me. Okay, we'll find Omega soon. Hang in there.
Oh, there's a buggy back there. Okay.
It looks like that armed buggy still runs. So why not get on it?
Yeah, just in case you didn't hear me last time. Whoa. But yeah, oh, going back to the Shadow of the Colossus thing. I know, I guess because I'm playing a Shadow of the Hedgehog, so haha. I think that like people talk about how it's just such an amazing game, and you know, if it's their honest opinion, that's fine. But it's so empty, which, yeah, maybe it is supposed to feel a little empty. I don't know for sure, but when a game is that empty, it's, you know, oh, the graphics, the music, and the play style, just, it's so emotional. It's just always this pretentious crap. Because there's almost nothing else to do. Shadow the Hedgehog. I was going to say Shadow the Hedgehog. I think those games actually came out at the same time, like same year at least. I don't remember though. But, or around the same time. Anyway, but I'm trying to figure out, like, it's so empty. Like, people talk about how great it is and everything, but there's nothing to do but kill the Colossus, you know. There's like, yeah, there's like 12 of them, or however many there are. There's quite a few, but it just seems so boring. And, you know, when you've got an open world, you gotta fill it with something. Even if it's trying to feel empty, you gotta do something. You gotta make it a little more interesting. Shadow of the Colossus doesn't do that. I don't know about the PS4 version. I'd have to look up more about that. Maybe they added a little more to that, but I don't know. I don't enjoy games, open world games that have almost nothing to do in them. I get that Sonic. I know someone may be bringing up Sonic Boom Rise of Lear because I have been defending some Sonic games considered bad, for the most part. And yes, that was a bit of a problem that it did have emptiness to it. And like, yeah, there was a lot of moments where it was empty and there wasn't a whole lot to do. But they at least added some things to it. And maybe you could say that Shadow of the Colossus isn't. I don't know about the glitches. I don't know if there are any, or if there are any hardcore glitches. I'm sure there's some glitches, but I don't know about any hardcore ones. But it's, you know, like Sonic Boom Rise of managed to feel like it had something in those worlds, and not just, you know, it didn't just feel empty completely. It actually felt like there was some things to do. See if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. Oh. Well, anyway. I wanted to see if that would work. And I love JonTron. He's my favorite YouTuber. But as of right now, I mean, you know, I don't know how much longer that'll be. But no, I'm not saying like he's about to quit or something, or seems like it. I'm just saying in general, it could go for anybody. It could go for me too. You know, I don't know how much longer I'll be doing YouTube. But anyway, but whenever he said that Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts felt more empty than Fallout 3, which, you know, to quote it the way he did, "This feels more empty than Fallout 3, a game that's supposed to feel empty." Which was funny. I just don't necessarily agree. I think that I do think that Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, as much as there's not really much to do in terms of not doing missions, I think that I still felt like it felt like there was things to do. Even if you just wanted to mess around, there were things to mess around with. There's something about that, though. Like, games where, even if you're done with a mission, it feels replayable because there's things to mess around with. Like, not everyone will see it that way. Like, not everyone will like to just... They want to do something other than, you know, like, if there's more to it, they need to have more to it. Yeah, like, there needs a reason to be able to go all open and everything. I'm probably gonna get a lower rating. But,
Perfect.
okay, never mind. I'm probably gonna get a lower rating. Nope.